We got off at VDNKh station. It is spelled as VDNKh, small h, from line 6. When we came out, we saw this structure. This made us think that the Cosmonautics Museum is somewhere close by, but we're not exactly sure. So let's go and find out where that place is.
So I'm going to give you directions of where stuff is. So to my left is the place where you can keep your jackets, hoodies, or whatever else you need to take off before you get into the museum. And over here is the ticketing counter. It'll say Kassa, so you will know. Right over here is the entrance. Over here is the information desk. If you have any doubts or any information, you can get it clarified here. And right over here is a souvenir shop where you can buy things you don't actually need. As we entered, we came to the ticket counter where we bought our tickets. For an adult, it is 380 rubles, and a family ticket for 2 adults and 2 children from 7 to 18 years is 1,100 rubles. After buying our tickets, we went to remove our jackets and gloves and maybe a layer or 2, things that we won't need inside the museum. After layering down, we think that it's time to enter. So let's go.
Whoa.
Feels like I'm really in space. 1:10 right now, and I expect it to be 10 times more crowded, but look around. It's really empty. The moment you enter the museum, you will see this wall where all the space alphabets are written, which will tell you all the basic terms if you don't know about space and stuff. It's written both Russian and English, so for the ones who don't know Russian, thank God. We also got this audio guide, and it comes with earphones, but you can also use it without earphones because there's a speaker right here. There are 64 exhibits that you can listen to. They share information, and not just the information that we can get, but more information. So you first press the power button, then you see which number, and it can only work with the exhibits that have a headphone around it and a QR code. So you see the number, it's 24, and you scan the QR code, and then you play. These are the real bodies of the dogs who successfully completed their space mission and returned to Earth. This is the suit of the dog who went in space. That is how they were kept. This is where the astronauts sit in the spaceship. Teeny weeny living space in the spacecraft. Just essentials that you need to survive. This is a depiction of how the spacecraft travels through Earth. There is this actual spaceship, or maybe like recreated spaceship, that you can go into to get a proper view of how the astronaut would see the spaceship. This one is similar to the one where you can go inside. It's like a walkthrough. So now let's talk about the time and the experience. So we came here at about 1 o'clock, and right now it's about 3:15. We've taken approximately 2.5 hours to cover everything. I'm not sure if you guys actually read every exhibit. We read some of the exhibits, and when you read some of the exhibits, you get an idea of what the exhibits are about, and some information that will help you become more knowledgeable about space in this case. So there are a few floors where the exhibits are displayed, and they're distributed amongst those few floors. So you may have to do a little bit walking around to see everything. I think after a point, it gets a little bit repetitive. Not repetitive in a way, but you kind of feel that you know all about space, because you've seen a lot of things and you've read a lot of information. So maybe you could take lesser time, and if you don't read the exhibit and you just want to walk through and see, then maybe it will take you even lesser. And we are going to a place that is apparently a vegetarian paradise. So let's see if it is actually a paradise, or do we have to do the regular translate and picking and choosing which one is going to be vegetarian. The museum had a lot of exhibits that were very interesting. It wasn't just like any boring museum that maybe your school takes you to and you can't get rid of it, or you can't kind of go away. You wanted to stay longer, you were interested in the museum. So very nice exhibits, very interesting, and we would definitely recommend that you come here.